didn't really get a chance to look at this game in depth while we were looking at some other stuff, and just looking at it for the first time actually today, you're totally right. Like you see bishop f2, you see queen h4, you
Yep,
want to play
yep,
this. Matlab khelna hi hai.
yep,
How can
yep,
you let go of this chance?
yep, yep.
But to realize ki white's king is absolutely safe, and then you just end up down a piece, and then Arjun handling it super well. But Sahil, तुमने ये बोला था कल कि Arjun will come back tomorrow, and he
Ha,
had
but
4 wins today.
I was correct in most respects, but I think I guessed Abhijit's result a bit wrong, so he could not come back today. So tomorrow for Abhijit, yeah. Tomorrow, let's hope Abhijit comes back.
No, I think the trick about prediction, expert predictions, is to conveniently forget where you are wrong and only count the ones you are right. And this has been the one that has been running a lot of things for a lot of years. You never count the ones where you're wrong.
Yep. Again, more life advice by Srinath. Yeah, always there.
I'm not sure if as a life advice that's a great one, because you have to sometimes in life में तो ऐसे देखना होगा ना कि क्या गलती कर रहे हो, वरना वही करते रहोगे बार-बार.
Yeah.
True.
True. But as a presenter, you have to always count only the ones you're right.
Yeah. It's convenient memory. This was a very important moment, and I think this totally set the tone. But Sahil, आपने वो देखा जब you streamed the whole match, right? Did you see that moment with Ronak and Leon, that queen up endgame, which Leon drew in the end with this crazy fortress?
Yeah, Rook G6. Oh my god, that was insane. I mean, I was literally telling my chat ki, I mean, Leon, I know, I mean, it's hard to resign, but I think it's time to resign. I was literally telling my chat that how can he play on? And I was the stupid one at the end, and my chat was roasting me for the next 15 minutes, and they were absolutely correct. Somehow he managed to hold that. Yeah, it's insane. Even I think Ronak thought it was a complete win at some point. I think it was insane.
Yeah, but Leon didn't think so.
Yeah, exactly. And he was absolutely correct. I mean,
and I think Leon was alone in not thinking so. Can I just say that? Because Sahil, you were not the only one who was wondering कि यार यहाँ पे resign क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? Like C pawn queen कर रहा है, तुम्हारा G pawn फंसा हुआ है, you got a queen on G8, and this should just be over. And then finding this idea, king G5, king H6, and just tying down Black's forces. And that also doing it in seconds. It's not as if you've got 10 minutes to think. This for me was just something that I'm still processing.
Yeah. And this position was something new for me to learn as well. I mean, you can actually hold this position. That's insane. And yeah, he deserved the draw. Yeah? And Ronak's flow somehow got a bit, I think he played really well in the rest of the day. But this was the only game, I think, where he must have been not so happy, I guess, to not convert, I think.
Yeah, he was talking about how he could still not get over it at the end of the day.
Yeah. It felt like it. Because it looks so winning. Yeah.
It looks so winning. Or if Ronak's result would not have gone the way it did, this would have haunted him. But he was able, in chess, how it happens, ki if you win and the games go according to plan, then you're able to let go of the tough stuff.
True.
Nilesh is asking, Srinath bhai, aap kis line mein aa gaye? I think this is regarding the life advice that you've been giving.
I know. I noticed that too.
and some people asking if what about Gukesh? Like if you can clarify once, like what is the final say on that?
So Gukesh was not playing from his home, and he was playing from outside, and he was not able to organize an internet connection good enough to play the games. So he had a lot of internet problems in the first day, disconnections with the camera, disconnections during the game, and all these things. So no matter how much he tried, he just couldn't. He tried a lot of different internet service providers, but he couldn't make it happen. So he decided not to play from the second day onwards.
Yeah.
It's always a tough decision, this to withdraw from a tournament. As a chess player, you of course don't want to do it. And regardless of ki kya hua hai board pe, you want to go through the event. It doesn't feel comfortable making it. But in this situation, I don't know, what do you do? If it's an online event, you don't have an internet connection. It's just a very hard call. And I think I totally understand Gukesh's perspective on this, that it just feels like you're just unable to play.
Yeah, I actually have personal experience in this as well from last time commentating with Srinath. The exact same thing happened. I think 1 hour or 2 hours before the stream, I think I had the same issue. My internet simply stopped working. So there's no way you can fix it, yeah, in 1 or 2 hours. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and it even happened in the Olympiad, right? In the first Olympiad, there was some issue. I think when that huge
Yeah,
thing happened.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's common in India, and somehow you just have to take the best decision you can at the end. You just can't force it.
Doesn't just happen at Nashik, is what you're
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
say.
exactly. Nasik is permanent, so people expect it. Yeah, I mean, otherwise sometimes you get surprised. That's the main thing.
No, that's true. And I think when I missed Gukesh the most was जब Nihal और Gukesh का matchup पड़ा. I was like, this is one game जो देखना था यार.
Yeah, true. ये बात तो है. But I think we have many interesting lineups, no? I think tomorrow it's Nihal versus, I think it's going to be Arjun, right?
Tomorrow we have Raunak versus Arjun.
Ooh.
Round 10.
Nihal versus Arjun as well, first round, I think.
Oh, so Arjun's playing against Nihal and then against Raunak. Wow.
Yeah,
What
so
a
it's going to be
delicious
insane
day.
tomorrow. It's going to be insane tomorrow.
Super fun. But we had some other really interesting moments today, no? Which were quite crazy. The other one that comes to mind, I don't know, Sahil, if you were following the game at that point, was this rook into g8 sacrifice. Just finishing the game on the spot. This was Abhimanyu, right, Sri?
Yeah, Abhimanyu with the white pieces against Karthik and Murli. This position. Rook into
Okay, I'm being
knight
told
g8
I
and now
should
rook into
read
g8.
some chats. Yes, I am. Okay, I've just pulled up chat. What's up, guys? Sorry. मैं ऐसे खो ही जाती हूँ बातें करते करते.
Yeah, this one I did not see actually. Rook g8. Ah, nice. F6.
Oh, Sahil, if you haven't seen this, I think we
I
should
saw the
maybe start
notation,
from.
man. So yeah.
So there was this moment, Queen h5, Bishop d, Queen. Yeah, this moment. White played f4, and can you guess what is Black's best move here? This is Black to play.
Crazy chat. This was a
Chat,
crazy.
come on. Chat, time to guess. Let's go, chat. Guess the best move
This
for Black.
is impossible. I think this is just, I mean, you have to think of the wildest move.
Please don't say knight g4 or something. Just to close the g file.
But you know, it's as crazy. It's as crazy. By the way, the concept is similar. You want to close something. You want to close one of the attacking pieces. So similar concept.
So हाँ, मेरी chat को board ही नहीं दिख रहा है. I'm a noob actually. मैं सोचता हूँ. Awesome, Sahil. Awesome.
No, Khushi, it's not on high latency. I'm just, I've got like 2 screens and sometimes I miss out on chats. And what is happening? Yes, Nilesh, you're absolutely right. That was the move here. I think our these guys definitely followed it and this is where we saw it, but it was not without engine help. It is impossible to find this move, I think.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
What is the move?
Should
What
I
is the
do the
move?
move reveal?
Get
Yeah, I
ready
guess.
to be mind blown.
Bishop d4.
Drum roll.
Okay. I would not be able to find it. I would not be able to find it. No stress. Not going to find it in a million
You know,
years.
can I say one thing, Sahil? If you're playing a tournament, right, Sri, and your opponent plays this move, that's when you call the arbiter. Like, arbiter.
That's after you fall down from the board.
Yeah. And that's the moment.
But then what's
Bishop
the logic
d4.
behind this? Just to kind of close the bishop's diagonal, yeah?
Exactly. You just want to get rid of this bishop. You know, this bishop is like this. It's like the best batsman in the opposing team. So you want to try and get his wicket, like getting Virat Kohli's wicket. I don't know if that analogy works anymore, but
Yeah.
But Sri,
It
एक
works.
second, chat and everyone here, like, where, you know, you've become really good with these analogies. I see he's just spitting them out during the broadcast and I'm just usually left so speechless. The other day there was this big change in a position, ठीक है? उसकी पूरी evaluation बदल गई and Sri goes like, oh, this is like the geological change due to a landslide. 2 minutes तो मुझे लगे समझने में कि ये बोल क्या रहा है. And then I was like, damn, Sri.
Shri, by the way, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How did you switch from the suit to the t-shirt today?
Oh, I told
Any-
him to.
Okay. Because I was surprised, yeah. I mean, Sri is never without a suit, yeah, always. Even during,
I'm not
like,
Barney Stinson, bro.
but
Suit
you,
up.
I mean, I mean, the thing is, even during test meetings, we'll be with a suit. Yeah, okay, my background, yes, all cool.
No, actually he came without the suit today, and then
Uh.
they asked. Then he asked, and Manu was like, "Do you think he should wear the suit or is the t-shirt fine?" And then we all voted, and we were like, "T-shirt's cool." I think वो थोड़ी सी फिर chill vibe हो जाती है.
हाँ, it's much
Otherwise,
better. हाँ,
है ना?
हाँ,
So
हाँ.
he today was suit, but maybe I don't know. Tomorrow, what do you think? He should suit up or should he just remain
He
in a
shouldn't.
Maybe
Arjun won
Chad
4 in a
should.
row. Arjun won 4 in a row. It's a lucky shirt. I would not even wash the shirt. Wear it as it is tomorrow. Don't do anything to this shirt. Don't touch it even. Just it's going to be as it is tomorrow.
By the way, a lot of people in my chat are mentioning about this Bishop D4. This is just such a brilliant move, yeah.
Oh yeah, Bishop D4 is mind blowing. It's a kind of it's a kind of question you show in Olympiad camps, not just on streams, and it just takes out the bishop. And then later in the game, we had the same moment when Karthikeyan played knight g8, and Abhimanyu finished it off in the most royal way possible. Abhimanyu also knows how to finish it off, not just
And by
enter
royal,
into
he
the
means
question.
like Game of Thrones level royal, like brutal royal, like सब कुछ खत्म हो गया, सबकी मौत हो गई royal. By the way, my chat is telling me, chest in my chat is saying that Sahil is also an expert at giving analogies. हाँ क्या?
I don't know about that. I think we have all learned from Sagar bhai itself. I think we're all students of the main king of analogy. So you're all learning, yeah, Shri?
But none of us use this beautiful girl ka thing. Yeah, that is copyright.
We can't use that though. We have to go with own, twists and turns.
Yeah.
Imagine if this bishop on b2 is a pretty girl.
Pretty girl.
I don't know what's the rest.
But you know what, with Sagar, right? It's like, it's not just on his streams, he's the same off stream. As in real life also, when I'm talking to him and we'll be talking about something, and if he's explaining to me something, or like I'm discussing kuch aise serious, he always goes into this mode of like analogies. And it just makes the conversation more memorable, then I'm like, then baad mein hum jab uske bare mein baat karenge, then uske, we'll talk about the analogy, to wo yaad reh jati hai. So it's very powerful.
Yeah, for sure. And Srinath, how would you describe this then, if you had to with analogies? Like, this one, rook takes g8.
Again, you just eliminate the defender. You just eliminate the one guy standing in the way. But I think this is more of a football kind of defender, You have this one person and you're trying to score a goal. So just take it out. And then there's no one defending the headson point because f6 is coming up next. And this is what happened in the game. f6, knight d6. I'm very bad at coming up with things when you put me on a spot. It has to come. It has to come.
Naturally.
Same.
Naturally.
The worst moment is when you go, like, if you've gone to a party or something, and then somebody's like, play a song. And then I can just never think of what song to play.
Or do a dance.
That is
possible. Oh, wait, that doesn't happen at parties, right? It happens at interviews.
Very.
I thought personally lost you at parties because for the last 2 years I've not seen anyone, so I have no clue.
No, it doesn't have to be like a big party, but like even when you go out with friends or you're at someone's home and then they're like, अच्छा कोई गाना बजाओ, तो इतना pressure आ जाता है दूसरों को गाना पसंद आएगा कि
They
नहीं
will judge me for their
आएगा.
music choice, yeah. I mean, अच्छा गाना होना
Yeah,
चाहिए.
and then I had to just counter. I'm like, no, tell me your favorite song, and I'll say it loud enough so people can hear that it's not my favorite song. So all that happens then.
Chad is going with all Sagar's analogies. Talk to the pieces.
Really? What is the top one? Which is the one that chat loves the most?
I'm not sure if I want to say it out loud.
Oh damn!
But
then I'm scared.
but it brings a lot of laughter to my face as well when I think about it. Sagar's rhyming words.
I haven't seen it, but I think I know which one you're talking about. Sahil also knows the one you're talking about.
I would love to know though. I'm not sure actually.
No, just don't say it yahan pe.
I've seen the clip. I think it's in Samay's channel, and I was like, how? I was mind blown at both the analogy as well as the clip.
Is it related to some queen to e4? Or maybe something else? Not queen to e4, right?
It's about his opponent's name.
Okay. Something
I don't
else
know
then.
about queen to e4 ka.
वो अलग है, वो whisper वाला queen e4 अलग है, I think.
अच्छा. That's crazy, huh? So much like Sagar's legacy is just going to go on about with these analogies.
Yeah, I mean, when I think about Sagar at the end, towards the final days and stuff, I think this is what I'll remember.
He just turned very dark for his final days and all. Sweet. So random.
I mean, my attention was, what Sagar is remembered for.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
many
she thinks
things.
a lot about this, I feel somehow.
It's my no comments.
No comments. Okay. So, whenever someone says no comments, it's my cue to go like, अच्छा इस chess position अब क्या हुआ?
Exactly.
Look into Jigate क्या चाल थी?
Shri, by the way, like, do you think somehow that like Arjun with 4 wins in a day, like, is already one of the favorites? Like, he's going to cruise through now, or do you think tomorrow it'll be like some sort of?
No, I think it's very hard.
That's
Yeah, he has to play
good
Nihal, he has to
question.
play Raunak, and Raunak is supremely motivated. Nihal has never
Yeah.
played in a champion chess tour so far. Nihal has some experience playing in these types of tournaments. He's played in the Challengers chess tour. But the difference there was 8 very strong 10 very strong players and 10 relatively lower rated players. So a lot of emphasis was on how well you can sweep the lower rated players. And here a lot of people are very closely rated to each other. So I think this suits Nihal more. He's more solid. He doesn't lose so easily, and it suits his style perfectly. So I think it's going to be not at all easy for Arjun to break through those 2 guys at the top. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I don't even know, because the first match tomorrow is Nihal versus Arjun. That's a cracker of a match, right? And I don't even want to predict anything. I just want to have some popcorn by my side and just enjoy, right? Because this is one of the most important matches of the tournament for sure.
I think it's going to be a draw.
Okay.
So I kind of burst the excitement right there. I just popped it like a balloon.
Chat, you did not hear this. The match will be crazy. You did not just hear this, okay? Sheena just, reduced the watching of both streams by half, literally, just right now.
Yeah, he's like, and कल कोई आएगा ही नहीं, उन्हें already लगेगा
Exactly.
पता है कि what
किसी ने
is
सुना
gonna
नहीं है ये.
happen.
This is not true. कल वो एक दूसरे के पीछे लग जाएंगे सारे. कल तो Queen Sacrifice 4 होनी है. Don't worry.
But by the way, I think the kind of chess that we're seeing in this tournament, very attacking and very aggressive. I mean, the games have a lot of action on, and I compare it very often with what we see on the Champions Chess Tour. You can just tell that there's like fresh blood, fresh opening ideas, like just super combative, and they're really going for it.
Yeah, I think it's the entry of the new generation. They're fresh and they're enthusiastic, and I think they're not scared of taking risks as much. And the way they are playing chess itself is quite different from the existing status quo. They are kind of changing the game, is what I feel.
And also, they never lose hope. I think we have seen this. They will never lose hope. I mean, they will keep playing till the last drop, and they will find some resources. They will never lose hope, yeah? So it's insane. Like, at some moments, I think most players would resign, but they would simply keep on playing. Even if they have one trick up their sleeve, they will make sure it works somehow. It's insane.
Harsh Dubey is saying Arjun's 2 games at the start of the day tomorrow will decide if he can win the tournament or not. Who does he play? Who does he play?
Were you listening to us in the stream, Tanya?
If
you were talking about this for like... We have mentioned this like 5 times in the stream so far, and it's only been 20 minutes.
Nihal and Raunak, I assume.
Sri, you're supposed to have my back, yeah. You can't just, even if I mess up like this, you can't just go like, are you listening to us? Who does that?
No, chat loves it the most when you roast the people in their channel. If it was Chess24, I wouldn't have done this, then I would have been like...
Sweet, nice, yeah, because यहाँ पे हमारे चैनल में हो रहा है, पर बस अपनी जनता है, कुछ भी बोलो, कुछ भी करो. So wait, okay, remind me now, say it again. Who was he playing? You were mentioning.
It's Arjun plays Nihal and Raunak, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Nihal and Raunak.
Oh yeah, you guys. We were discussing. By we, I mean you were discussing Arjun versus Nihal, of course. I remember now.
So he starts with white against Nihal, and then he plays black against Raunak.
And that's actually right then. I think it makes a lot of sense because two of the strongest players who are so in form right now, if Arjun's able to, have a good score, then I think he will be in the race for it. It can potentially determine who goes on.
And he has to win, right? At least against one of them, because he's lagging slightly behind. So if Nehal and Ronak win, they go through way ahead of Arjun, I feel. So he has to strike somehow, I feel. Draw might not even work in his favor somehow.
Yeah, it's a very tricky thing.
I'm trying to, if he's looking at the stream, I'm trying to confuse him not to take the draw. I'm trying to confuse him. पूरा win के लिए खेलो, पूरा win के लिए.
मुझे लगता नहीं Arjun
Of course they're going to play win के लिए, यार. They're going to play win के लिए, but I think they're just so evenly matched.
Okay.
It's like two heavyweights,
By the way, Srinath will never ever, speak out one of his students, 1% का भी नहीं. Like you can literally blackmail him forever just by, teasing him with this. If you ask me, your favorite among his students.
But tomorrow he'll have to, we'll put him on a spot in the stream. He'll have to make a prediction. And the thing is, I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm against a draw. I know in general we want decisive results, as long as it's a hard fought draw, as long as it has its moments. Like, you cannot fault the Ronak versus Leon draw. I mean, that was mind-blowing, right? So if you have draws like that, sure, bring them on. But the problem comes when you've got those Grunfeld and those Berlin draws which finish the game in 15-16 moves. But that we won't see. I don't think we're going to see that.
Yeah, I don't think we are going to see that with these guys playing.
Exactly.
Totally don't see that happening.
Exactly. Amol Jain is saying Magnus or Anish. Acha, by the way, when is who is Anand playing in Norway chess?
Wesley So.
Okay. Because I thought somewhere in chat it was mentioned that he's playing Magnus. Maybe that's tomorrow then. I'm not
that's
sure.
That's the day after.
That would be a really cool round.
Anand is black against Wesley So, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so there is the Indian chess tour happening. Anand is playing in Norway chess, and also SL Narayanan had this crazy match against David Navarra, which ended yesterday. He was leading by 4-2, but ended up losing 2 games. It was a 10-game match. And the Rapid ended at 5-5. The Blitz, SL won the first game, and he was clearly winning in the second one with a lot of time advantage. Lost that one, and he ended up losing in the Armageddon as well.
Thick Skin is asking, will you cover Vishy's match? No, I won't, but I know that we have so many. I think you're also doing it, Sahil. You're also covering the Norway chess, right?
I'll be covering that too, yeah.
Sahil, how do you do this? Like all day long?
I don't know. I tried for the
when
first
do you
time.
eat?
When do you live?
I tried it for the first time, right? Like 2 streams in a row like this. So it's I'm trying for the first time myself. So if I faint on stream, it's not a big deal, right? They know why it's happening.
that will go viral, Pakka. If that happens, that's content for sure.
But it's fine. I mean,
but when
the
do
match
you
is
eat?
so interesting, right? It's so interesting. The matches are so interesting. Like, I mean, even Norway chess, even this. Like, I would not miss tomorrow's match for anything in the world, right? I mean, Nehal against Arjun, for example. And same for Vishy against Carlsen. I mean, that is going to be mind-blowing day after. And even today, because Wesley is second in the ranking. So, Vishy has to be a bit careful about that.
Krish wants to know, where did you get that t-shirt?
This one?
I'm just reading chat, yeah.
From Amazon, I guess.
There you have it. Very vague answer. Good luck finding it, Krish.
Harita is asking Prop Night stream post this. Are you guys up? Harita.
Oh, Harita. I was like, wait, what? Why is Harita watching this? Harita, Prop Night stream post this. Harita, I actually really enjoy playing. Sahil, have you tried Prop Night?
No, I haven't.
Are you interested in trying Prop Night?
I mean, if somebody can teach me, yeah, for sure. I mean, she's a pro at it, I've heard.
Yeah.
She's pro.
No, I'm not a pro at it. Kuch bhi, yeah.
Please
I think Mechanical Pandey is like the proest of pros in the circle
but
we have.
Anshu, no?
Chess players are the pro, I think. Like, I've heard it from multiple sources.
Chess player, it's between I and Tanya. I think Tanya takes it. She's number 1, I'm number 2.
I'll take it. I won't argue. Thanks. But I do enjoy Prop Night. It's an old game now, and now I don't even know if it's so popular anymore. But I quite enjoy playing it. It was fun while it lasted. And for me, like, I still play it. I say hafte mein 1-2 games मैं खेल लेती हूँ खुद से. I change my name on Steam, and then I just go and play.
Wow, the dedication. to practice.
The dedication to Olympiad. Just shining through.
Hey, but we have to play games here. It's very important. We
I
can't
know.
just do chess all the time.
No.
That's
True.
that will be detrimental.
Thanks, Sri. I really appreciate you saving my ass on this one. Honest prediction on Prague Masters.
Acha, Prague Masters. Okay, I thought.
Prague Masters starts when?
Eighth, I think, 8th.
Starts
Do
on
you think
8th.
someday we'll have a tournament called Prague Masters?
Yeah, somebody wrote it Prague Masters match. I was like, what is Prague Masters?
Prague
I've never heard of
Invitational.
this. Yeah, Prague Invitational.
Play Prague group.
Someday.
Someday. But I think in Prague Invitational, Prague will play for sure. It'll be something like, you know how the first Champions Chess Tour that happened, it was a Magnus Chess Tour. And then he just went on playing every tournament. He would invite everyone and then win every tournament. So maybe it can be something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Magnus Carlsen Invitational, I remember. Back in
Yeah.
time, I thought, Magnus and Hikaru will play every final and one of them will win every tournament. That's how I thought when it began.
Yeah.
And now we have Prague against Ding as the final.
Yeah.
I think
And
he
that
would be
was-
also playing this tournament, but because he's already part of the Champions Chess Tour, and that is, this tournament is really about giving the opportunity for more Indian talent and more of these youngsters to come to the tour. So that's why a lot of people keep asking that why is Prague not playing here? Because he's already playing. He's already an invited player in the main tour.
It's like Magnus playing in the candidates. Yeah.
Knowing him, if he had the option to play, he would play.
Yeah.
He would play it, right? He plays. I mean, just to give some pointers on this, he played the Isle of Man, which is a qualification to the candidates. He played the World Cup, which is a qualification to the candidates.
Yeah, I mean, he can
I
choose
know.
right who to eliminate that way. he can dictate the path somehow, I guess.
100%. All right. So then, Arkya, what else happened today that caught your attention, Sahil? Any big moment that your chat really enjoyed or that you really enjoyed?
I think somehow I just felt like, I was focusing on Nihal and Arjun's games the most because I expected somebody to take the lead. But even Chidambaram kept going. Yeah, he was going again. He was winning again. I think he lost to Aradhya Garg. I think that was one turning point because if he had not lost that game, he would be right up there, and he's slightly behind now because of that one game. And that's
and also unfortunate that his win against Gukesh, it doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly.
Which it's a big dent for him in the standings. But apart from Arvind, I think Abhimanyu was another person who set the board on fire. He's doing it almost every game here.
Every game.
And I think his game against Surya, which probably didn't get a lot of attention, also was one of the sparkling games of this tournament. It started on this point: Rook C3, G4, H into G4, Bishop into G4. And now guess White's move. I think chat can get this one. It's not so difficult.
Come on, chat, let's go.
Do you know, Sahil? I'm sort of struggling. I'm looking at this position for the
I'm trying to act cool and look at the position. So
White to play and crush your opponent.
White to play and crush
like
your opponent,
Abhimanyu.
Sita.
Kind of. It's not so easy. But if you're Abhimanyu, then
I think I kind of know what
it's
you
a
want to do.
beautiful sequence.
But I'm not sure of it, but it might be. Let me ask you on chat if this is the move. Oh, it's not the move for sure. Sorry, my bad.
With chat. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if the chat gets this one first or you guys.
Oh God. I love how Sri has just put us in the spot, yeah, Sahil.
Yeah, exactly. But okay, I mean, I did it to him, so I guess it's payback time.
It's so easy to switch into this
position.
I think I kind of have the idea of what you want, but I'm not 100% sure if that's what you really want.
Yeah, okay, that's a big dilemma in life.
Okay, somehow, okay, E6 feels like very logical here because I want to cut off the connection of many pieces, but
yeah.
I mean, E6 looks all nice and stuff, but then Black has Knight D4, right?
Okay.
I
was thinking of starting with Rook C6, but I'm not sure. What if we start with rook c6, queen c6, queen d3, queen g6, and then queen c3, e6?
Interesting. But can I just do some rook g6 here?
Yeah, rook g6 or rook g7. Yeah, both just
Yeah.
don't help with my plan.
Yep. So
Back up.
let's go with e6.
Yeah,
Knight
e6
d4.
is super tempting, and now knight d4.
Wow, this quickly turned from a stream into a class.
Okay, I did not even see knight d4. So now I'm considering e7 and ef7 both, because e7 also is tempting and ef7 also. I'm not even sure.
Let's.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah, it's definitely tempting to go ef7 here, no?
ef7 is certainly tempting. So ef7, rook f8. And here he continued with rook to e8 because, you have these threats and you have to counteract. And queen g7. And now what?
Do you go? Okay.
Just obsessed with
Shri,
drawing
did you make that
arrows.
arrow right now?
Yeah.
Okay, it's knight d4, right? Very clever, yeah, very clever. Very clever by Shri. I was wondering it because he made that arrow from bishop g4 to queen d1 to point out that it's a pin. ताकि हमें मिले ना answer. And immediately I was like, knight
क्या
d4.
मैंने देखा भी नहीं.
So clever, Shri. I mean, we got to play poker sometime, man.
I did it so
clever.
subconsciously.
So clever.
That's actually very cool. Knight d4, bishop d1. You want to go knight e6, yeah?
Yep.
Super
And it's
nice.
like crushing. I think this was one of the most beautiful finishes in this tournament. And
Did
here
Abhimanyu,
Surya just lost.
He played this.
Yes,
no?
he played this. Yeah, he played
Super.
this.
Wow,
I mean,
nice.
finding it as a chill okay is one thing, but playing it out on the board when your clock is running and finding the sequence is a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And of course, he did not have Shri to give him the hints, so very difficult indeed.
No arrows there, yeah.
No arrows there.
But it's interesting, Sahil, how you got onto it. You were like, arrow.
Because he had a very subtle smile, yeah. He was like pointing it out. I was like, why is he pointing it out? It must be knight takes now.
This is beautiful. And you know what you were talking about, that Arvind thing as well, him not repeating moves and going on, that was quite unfortunate, definitely. But for Aradhya, a very big win and a big confidence boost.
Indeed.
And we actually saw him be very resourceful today.
Indeed. And he's playing some great chess. Even Vantika as well, I think, has been playing some great chess. Both of them.
But today was a tough day for Vantika. Very tough.
Yeah, but she had some good positions, I think, at some moment. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Conversion is difficult.
It's not even just conversion, very often in these formats, the result doesn't necessarily show the kind of game the player has played and what it could have been, because clock factor, everything. I mean, she had so many good positions, but I think she lost all 4 games today, no?
Yeah. I think she was playing against, I think it was Mitrabha. I think there was, at some point she was winning, but then, misplayed it and lost. So I think she's had many winning positions. So it's kind of unfortunate, I feel. Like luck, again, a factor as well, I feel.
Yeah, no, definitely. And also it's her first time. I think she had some great positions on day 1 as well. And then today was just a tough day. But it's also a lot about exposure and experience. So definitely tomorrow's going to be an important day. Let's quickly take a look at, I think we had the matchups on our screen. Let's bring them on once more and see what are the things, because I think, Sahil, even your Norwich stream, your 5th stream of the day starting soon.
Thank you, Saguvai, for inspiring us all and making us all lose our throats. Thanks a lot for that. Love you all.
Thank God I didn't fall into that inspiration.
Arey yaar. Basically, no one has a life now. Everyone is streaming all the time. I love it. So, do you guys see the pairings on the screen?
Yes, Tanya, we do.
Really?
Okay.
Really?
Because for me, it's very blurred.
Now it should be better.
Okay.
It's there in...
Yeah. I see it. So, Leon against Karthi. That's going to be a fun game. And I think Karthi has also had some unfortunate moments today, no? Abhimanyu, honestly, I'm super excited about seeing Abhimanyu because he's putting the pressure on the clock. He's playing completely fierce chess, fierce and fearless.
And Vishak hasn't really set the board on fire so far. He's been on the receiving end of some brilliancies. So I think Abhimanyu is a favorite on that one. And it's almost like sometimes, when you call... it's like sometimes, when you call out the god's name, the god appears in front of you.
Ye kaun aa gaya? What's up? Sagar, we can't hear you.
Hi Tanya, hi Sahil, hi
Hello,
Srinath,
Sagar.
how are you guys?
सागर इतना
Hi,
बिजी हो गया है
Sagar.
ना, मैं उसको बोलती रहती हूँ आ जा 5 मिनट के लिए, उसका कोई रिप्लाई नहीं आता, टोटल घोस्टिंग। यहाँ पे सागर के बारे में सारी बातें चल रही है, फिर उसे लगा चलो आज चलते हैं।
नहीं, उसके वजह से नहीं, I wanted to come but Tanya is like always कि कभी भी आ जाओ ऐसे, so then I was like कि ठीक है, कब आना है exactly पता नहीं था, so
अरे और actually I mean it, like literally कभी भी जब हम Chess 24 पे commentary भी कर रहे होते हैं, like any moment because I think this is the only event that Sagar you're not I think you're not covering this one, no? You're doing Norway chess right now.
Yeah, I'm doing Norway, but also I was following this event because it is, I think, one of the best with so many talents of Indian chess taking part. So it's so exciting, and also जैसे these clashes which are like ऐसे amazing to watch. For example, let's say Arjun taking on Nihal, or Raunak taking on Leon. I mean, I saw that end game where he was about to queen and then the queen is on G8. I mean, these are games which you just really love to watch, and all these young talents playing each other. So बहुत सही event है.
And I think we've also seen now the kind of how it affects the careers of these youngsters. So having this opportunity also to be able to win and then to go on to the Champions Chess Tour, we were just talking about how motivating that is, because especially now that everyone's seen what Prague has done, everyone wants to get there.
Absolutely. I think this is the nice thing, right? Ki one guy does something and others feel like we can also do. We just need the opportunity, and opportunity is there. So now they have to prove it. So the one.
Are we talking about the players or Sahil?
Because Sahil was just mentioning कि वो उसकी पूरी life, पूरा दिन ऐसे stream में जा रहा है. After watching you do it, he's just so inspired. So he's saying कि सागर कर रहा है, मेरे को भी करना है.
I think Sahil is so popular because when I went to Nashik, someone told me ki samosa le lo, something like this they told me, and I was like ki samosa le lo exactly kya hai? And they said ki whenever Sahil commentates, there is this reference he makes to samosa. So I was not aware to it. So basically, a lot of people follow him, and there are so many fans.
Yeah, true.
Who have started following chess because of him. So I think it's amazing.
Thanks for Sagar bhai. Sagar bhai, लेकिन एक request है आपसे. Can you please ask Srinath his favorite for tomorrow's morning's match between Arjun
Put
and
him on
Nihal?
the spot, and he has to answer.
Please.
Srinath.
So Sagar, you are talking about this tournament, what it means to the players. Please.
So happened, Srinath, that at some point, you were giving your entire time and energy to Nihal. Now you're giving your entire time and energy to Arjun. So who do you think is more talented?
I'm not sure about that. I think I'm giving a lot of my time to Chess 24 now.
वहाँ पे भी बेवफा श्रीनाथ चल रहा है, because wait for it, it's not just there.
हाँ वो तो है, of course. Srinath का तो, but Srinath, just as who do you think like would be not the favorite, but right now considering the form that Arjun seems to be, really doing well, do you think he's a favorite against Nihal?
Yeah, I mean, if we use a favorite in that sense of the word, I think I answered this one on day one of the stream as well. If you use favorites in that sense of the word, I think Arjun starts as a favorite in everything these days.
Hmm.
He's just been winning everything, and he's also showing that kind of energy where he just wants to storm through every barrier that's coming in the way.
Hmm.
So I think he stands as a favorite.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I guess that's true. But also, I think it's high time also Nihal wins this event, because I think Nihal is not performed. That big performance has been missing since quite some time, right? So
Yeah, it's going to be a cracker of a week actually. They're facing off tomorrow, and then there is also the Junior Speed Chess Championship final on June 6th,
Oh,
which
they're
I'm
facing each
safe.
other, right?
yes,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're just gonna. I mean, it started with this Super Junior Cup on Chessbase India,
Yeah.
2020 December, and Nihal won that against Arjun quite convincingly.
I think that time
And
he was
then-
the favorite, no, Srinath? I thought like
Yeah, that time he was a clear favorite. Nihal was like a clear favorite.
Yeah.
And then they faced off in this Indian Chess Tour, the knockouts last year, the first qualification for the Champion Chess Tour, and that Arjun managed to defeat Nihal quite convincingly. And I think that was like the starting point of Arjun's ascendance, in terms of the chronology. His first big win, he defeated Nihal very convincingly, 2.5, and then he won that tournament. And since then, he's been unstoppable. He's been winning one thing after another.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, Tanya, Srinath, Sahil, I was just looking at the standings and I saw Raunak topping right now. He's at the lead. And recently, when I was in Nashik, I was interviewed by Rakesh, and he asked me, who is the player you are most looking forward to at the Olympiad? And it was a very tough question, but I actually mentioned Raunak, because if you look at the 5 youngsters whom we always keep quoting, Arjun, Nihal, Prag, Gukesh, and Raunak, all the other 4, we've been talking a lot, like say Prag doing really well in Champions Chess Tour, Gukesh crossing, Gukesh is what, 2685 now in classical rating. Nihal is of course been the speed king kind of, he's compared to the fastest player, and Arjun of course has been winning so many events. So I think I think Raunak might win this event, I feel, and then also do really well in the Olympiad.
Actually, now that you've said it, I was gonna say, because I hope we can have Sagar, if we can have you again, but because you're here today, I'm actually gonna ask all of you to make a prediction. We are halfway through the event, 2 more days are remaining. At the beginning, many people, of course, and even now, a lot of people might pick Arjun as a favorite. But the way the tournament's going and the current standings, if you had to predict the winner who would qualify for the next Champions Chess Tour from this event today, I want to ask each one of you, who would you pick?
So basically, you think who will win, or you think you would say that who you want someone to win?
Want to तो फिर थोड़ा सा वो personal bias आ जाता है ना. So
फिर तो श्रीनाथ तो मुंह ही नहीं खोल पाएगा.
श्रीनाथ क्या ही बोले?
पानी
पीते. Before you answer this question, you were mentioning ना कि Srinath has to pick between Arjun, Nihal, and then Sagar, you said that Nihal ka that for some he's been brilliant, but for some time that breakout performance, we are all waiting for it. And Srinath is brutal like this. Okay, I remember hum Chennai mein the. We were all having dinner, and Arjun had just come back. Arjun arrived a few days later. I don't know if Srinath you remember this or not, but I have a feeling he remembers what incident I'm going to narrate. But Arjun had come a few days later to the camp, okay, because he was playing somewhere. He and Sri arrived about 4-5 days later. तो वो आते हैं dinner पे, हम सब बैठे हुए हैं और Arjun ऐसे आता है. So I was like, congratulations Arjun, like super performance, and he had just won an event. And I was like, Sri, it's so crazy how amazing the youngsters are playing these days and how strong they are. They're just winning all the opens. I'm not kidding. This is how brutal Sri is. Nihal is sitting next to him and he was like, yeah, every youngster except Nihal. And he looks at him.
Did I say that? Really?
You said it. And you literally looked at him. You're like, you're still waiting. You're like, still waiting. You're like, every youngster still waiting for one.
I actually didn't remember. I didn't remember that part. But
I was like, what?
That doesn't sound like me.
Sri, literally. And I was like, okay, topic change.
But I think Nihal would be like मटर पनीर पे पालक पनीर
निहाल
पे
को कुछ
focus
फर्क
करते
नहीं
हैं.
पड़ता, निहाल को
Like
कुछ
the
फर्क
three.
नहीं पड़ता श्री क्या बोल रहा है क्या नहीं बोल रहा है, उसको कुछ नहीं लेना देना उससे.
Yeah. I think Nihal, of course, is one of the favorites, considering that he's on 15 points right now. But Raunak is on 17. And there are...
Like Nihal is never a non-favorite in any of
yeah,
these events. Yeah.
absolutely.
No, I think
It's like the default.
Yeah.
I think Nihal
what
is kind of
happened
like
to-
the Hikaru of these juniors.
That's an interesting take. Yeah, I think you know what I was thinking at Abhimanyu. You're saying Nihal is sort of like Hikaru. For me, Abhimanyu and his style of play reminds me so much of Nepomniachtchi. You know, he's playing fast. He's super aggressive on the board and just going for these tactics. I don't know why, but I really felt it today.
No. It's true, actually. Abhimanyu doesn't look for the most objective move many times. He just looks at what is the trickiest thing. And of course, he's very strong.
I felt Arjun had similarities with Nepomniachtchi, to be honest.
Interesting.
But it's a bit early. It's a bit early to,
Yeah.
you know.
By the way, it's Nihal versus Ronak in the last round. So that also might be the decider. Yeah, you never know.
Correct. But
Wait a
also,
second, so who are you picking?
yeah, I'm going with Raunak here.
You're going with Ronak, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll go with Nihal.
Sri?
Let's go, Shri.
Well,
Sri, you
Raunak
can't
and
say the
Nihal
same
has
thing. I
already
know
taken.
yeah, Nihal's taken already.
He'll say Arjun.
And
No, you can go
Arjun's
first.
out,
I'll
right?
change my prediction. You can choose as you wish. I'll change my prediction. No issues. I'll give you full liberty. I don't want any constraints there.
No, you have to just say who you think will win this event.
I also have an edge towards Ronak, looking at his motivation levels. It's a close thing between Ronak and Nihal, I think, since they are the leaders right now.
Yeah.
Because I do expect both of them to be quite motivated. Ronak didn't have a good Sharjah Masters. And it was the 8th round of Sharjah Masters. He had lost his 2nd round in a row. And then he came on this Rapid Chess Championship and just blew away with it off the board with the black pieces with 4 minutes remaining.
Right.
And he won that qualifier quite comfortably. And then the next day he reached the final of the Rapid Chess Championship, defeating Dubo in the semi-final. So I can sense that fire right now in him, that motivation. So I think he's going to be hard to stop. But it will be interesting to see how he reacts if he has an obstacle. But until then, he's going to be hard to stop. And I can also feel that motivation from Nihal. You know, he's also had a bit of a topsy-turvy here. And as Sagar mentioned, it's been due for a while now. And with these guys, they don't leave you waiting for too long.
Yeah.
True.
And also, I think Nihal also wants to, get into that champion. Like the motivation is just so high to play in the main tour as well. So, if I had to pick, I know it's not, of course, Ronak is playing brilliantly. And I am sort of torn between Nihal and Abhimanyu. I've sort of been really impressed with Abhimanyu's play in this event. He did lose that last game that we saw, where he went Queen H2 and messed it up. But the way he handles the clock and also just his style, it's been super impressive. So I
think World Blitz, Tanya, I think he had beaten Aronian already, Abhimanyu. And he has beaten many strong players. So yeah, I mean, he can do it.
And we can't rule out Arvind also, who's been a bit of a... He's been a bit of a dark horse here because he's just not played a lot since the pandemic. But he's, I think, he has been kind of like the cute boy of Indian chess for a long time. That
cute boy of Indian chess.
He's always been the smallest, and I think so.
I also like the fact
like
that
a kind of pet of
Sorry, what were you saying? See,
I mean, like the kind of the smallest kid in somewhere who's like the pet, right? And I think Arvind has been like that for a really long time before the other juniors came in.
Doesn't Arvind also love making memes?
Yes.
He does, right? That's like his secret personal passion. Well, not so secret anymore.
It's there on Instagram.
Is
His
there on
reels are
Instagram? He
all
has a
yeah.
special page or something,
King of
right?
64 Squares.
King of 64, definitely check. And his memes are very funny. You know, when I saw them for the first time was World Team Championship. And I
Me
remember
too.
we were sitting at a dinner table, and that's where he showed. I was like, this is hilarious. And
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
quite talented.
I think I dedicated one of my reels to him. The what was it? KGF dialogue. Blunder, blunder, blunder. I don't like. I avoid. And he had actually put that on his page. Not he had put a meme. So I tried to enact it. By the way,
How are the reels going, Wesley?
right now it's been quite dull on that front. He's doing some serious work. And but Vantika playing in this tournament is really cool. You know, there's one girl taking part, and also Aradhya Garg getting an opportunity to play. He won the qualifying event. Was it how he made it, or?
No, he's a wildcard of MPL.
Wildcard.
Both Vantika and Aradhya are wildcards.
Yeah, and I mean he's proving here by winning. He's won 2 games already, so I think this is great and very, very exciting. I look forward to tomorrow. Also, some great commentary by Tanya and Srinath, and also Sahil on his channel. So it's
Thank
a
you.
wonderfully covered event.
Thank you,
By the way,
Sagar.
Tanya,
Sagar.
although you guys do commentary, I was also following your bullet session late at night yesterday, which was very very nice.
Are you not supposed to be sleeping or like
No,
with?
no,
I mean,
I
that's
just-
the only time you get. You're supposed to be with Amrita at that time, not be watching my bullet stream, Sagar.
No, I just checked for a bit, and Srinath is
Sagar.
like-
Sagar caught.
the main thing is that what I really liked is the fact that you are doing it, you know, like you are streaming.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that 3 months you don't stream, and then you are doing this. I think you are also practicing along with streaming, right, for your Olympiad and stuff.
I am. You know what? I will end this really soon because I know everyone has got. There's Norwich are starting really quickly, and we all want to see what happens there.
It started,
But,
Tanya.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to say this anyway. That before this tournament started, I had a very long chat with Sagar, and he, you know, I'm a little lazy when it comes to stuff, and the amount he sort of pushed me and motivated me that I need to learn how to balance and be more efficient with my time, and sort of push myself constantly to do things, and that way I can commentate and also give time to preparation. So Sagar,
And
that
prop
chat
night,
I
and
think
prop
about.
night, by the way.
Prop night, do not mention that right now.
मेरे को ये पता नहीं था कि prop night भी है.
नहीं हो रहा.
तो तानिया
देखो,
इतना
कल
भी
आपने
मैनेज नहीं
बुलेट
कर
देखा ना.
सकते.
कल आपने
इतना-
बुलेट देखा ना.
बट इतना सारा मैनेज नहीं हो सकता है. prop night भी कर रहा है, ये भी कर रहा है. तो
पर वो थोड़ा सा कभी-कभी, you know, it's always good to take a little time off also, Sagar.
yeah, that is true. That's
Yeah,
why I saw
Sagar
your
does that.
stream.
Sagar does that. He takes time off all the time. He writes articles when he does that.
No, but
guys, yeah.
tonight is there going to be like training at 1 a.m.
Prop night. We're doing prop night tonight.
Prop night.
On that note, चलो अब खत्म करते हैं. Stream बहुत मजा आया. Sagar, thank you so much for coming, and please join in
Thank you.
as usual whenever you can. It's always like super nice to have you. And Sahil, thank you so much once again.
It's amazing.
And yes, we'll hopefully have you guys back tomorrow. Thank you, chat. Tomorrow the games start at 3:30. It's day 3 of the MPL Indian Chess Tour. Lots of drama happening there. And for now, of course, enjoy Norway chess. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Saga. Bye, Tana. Bye,
See you.
Srinath.
Bye.